How many of you saw the news about Path of Exile 1 today and thought, Try could probably milk an 8-minute video out of this? Well, if you thought I could, you were almost right. So after a long day at work and a little bit of prep for my trip to LA to play Path of Exile 2, I hopped on to X and of course I saw the news. That's right, everybody. Path of Exile 3.25, we finally learned the latest about its timeline. And for some, it might not be the greatest news, especially those who are not enjoying Necropolis and are looking forward to the next PoE1 expansion. However, given this timeline, it kind of feeds into exactly what Grinding Gears Games' plans are for the rest of the year when it comes to Path of Exile 1 expansions, Path of Exile 2 Early Access, and that eventual release date. We'll read through the post really quickly, and then I'll break down the exact timeline of how I think things are going to play out, and we can discuss, will you agree with me, will you not agree with me? We'll find out in just a few minutes. So here we go, post today by the community team, Path of Exile 3.25 expansion timeline. We're in the third month of the Necropolis League, which had a heartbreaking death, as we all know, and you may be wondering about the timeline of our next expansion. In today's news post, we'd like to give a short update on that matter. We're currently looking at a late July release for the 3.25 expansion. Like the Necropolis expansion, we expect the 3.25 launch to happen simultaneously on PC and consoles. This means that you have plenty of time to complete your challenges in the ongoing Necropolis League if you are planning on doing so. We'll reveal all the details live during the Grinding Gear Games live event around the middle of July. Stay tuned. Now, we're going to look at the timeline right here. We're going to have another 4-month league, and don't worry, we'll talk about 4-month leagues in just a moment. That means that likely the GGG Live will probably be July 18th this Thursday, about midway through July. It could be the 11th as well, but I'm banking on the 18th. And that means that Necropolis League will end the week of the 22nd, and PoE 3.25 will likely launch on the 26th. It's going to be the 26th. I doubt it's going to be the 19th. That's probably when the next league will launch. Now, let's talk about timelines for a brief moment here. So for us ARPG lovers out there, this means that this will not intersect with the next Last Epoch cycle, which begins on July 9th. That's great for all you people who really enjoyed Last Epoch. I gave it a fair go, and I will again in this upcoming cycle. I made an Acid Flask Falconeer, had a decent time. I'm going to give it another shot again. I might make some content on it, I might not. If you want me to, please let me know in the video comments. Then we have GGG Live, which is going to be in mid-July, and that's going to be giving us all the latest PoE 1 and PoE 2 news. Now, we're probably going to get some more PoE 2 news in a few days here. I'm going to an event in LA. It has no NDA. The only thing I have to check with GGG is the gameplay that I record. Everything else I can tell you guys instantly, so watch out for a video on this channel probably Thursday night, because that's after I'll be playing everything. I'll come to the hotel room, I'll make a video. I don't know what we're going to learn there, but the message from Grinding Gear Games did say that there will be some juicy new tidbits, some new things to share, essentially. Could be another class, it could just be more skills, could be more features. You know, last time it was the Ranger and the Mount reveal. Maybe there's another class incoming. Maybe there's another spec of skill that they're going to show off. Maybe I'll finally get to play the Druid, and maybe I'll play the Werewolf. Who knows? We'll find out very, very soon. But at GGG Live, there's probably, assuredly, going to be a bunch of new PoE 2 information, and that includes more class reveals, probably the OGs. I think the Witch is going to be revealed then. If not the Witch, if the Witch is revealed this week, then probably the Templar and the Marauder. I'm guessing that the Shadow and the Duelist are going to be last. That's what we'll probably get then, and then we'll get all the information about this PoE 1 expansion. Then 3.25 will launch in late July. Like I said, I think it's going to be July 26th. And then we'll probably have another 4-month league, and here's why. During those 4 months, of course, it'll be a great Path of Exile 1 update. I'm sure we'll get some more PoE 2 news speckled throughout. Maybe there will even be another event. They seem to be happening every 3 months. We'll have to see. But then I do think the next league is going to launch 4 months after that. So that would be November 2024. That would be 3.26, and the next GGG Live would be right before them in probably mid-November. That's when we'll learn about that 3.26 Path of Exile 1 League and more news about PoE 2. And we know that PoE 2's early access will begin this year, late this year. Now, I have been on the record in the past few videos saying that I think it's going to be November 2024. I'm going to rescind that statement because Path of Exile 1 New League won't be launching when PoE 2 Early Access goes live. And if they want to stay with that 4-month cycle, and I bet they will, I don't think they're going to go to 3 months, and no way will they go to 5 months. I think that means that PoE 2's Early Access is going to begin early December, maybe mid-December. And that's when everything is going to launch. After the PoE 1 League releases, they do all the bug fixes, fix all the exploits, whatever. And then PoE 2 is going to get early access, and they're going to run concurrently. And this will be the first real test of GGG, but probably do it way before that holiday season. So I'm guessing it'll be the first week of December. And then Path of Exile 2's early access will run from 6 to 12 months. I'd posit it'll run maybe 9-10 months, and we'll get an October 2025 full release for PoE 2. That will be PoE 1's 12-year anniversary. If they release on like October 23rd, that'd be pretty cool. So we'll have to see what happens there. But after that, everyone, my fellow exiles, I think after that is when we will get back to 3-month leagues for Path of Exile 1 and then Path of Exile 2. We're almost out of the weeds of the 4-month league seasons. Okay, it's been what? A year and a half of these, almost 2 years. I think we're going to continue getting that, as they kind of stated, until PoE 2 comes out. So everyone expecting a 3-month league upcoming, I don't think that's going to happen until PoE 2 is actually fully released. Then we'll get back to that 3-month cadence. So that means we have 4 more leagues of 4-month leagues. And if they're good ones, unlike Necropolis, okay, that's controversial, I know, I didn't like Necropolis, I didn't like the league mechanic, I enjoyed the league, but I didn't like the overall mechanic. Hopefully the next one's a banger, we'll have to see what comes with it. But anyways, we will be getting leagues like Necropolis and leagues like what we've been getting for the past year and a half until PoE 2 comes out. And as I've said in many videos, we want to let grinding gear games cook because they currently are making the best ARPGs on the market, and in my eyes, as a filthy shill for GGG, the best video games on the market as well. Give the video a like if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel, and if you already have, please hit that sub notification bell so you actually get all my videos. I've had a few people saying, I'm not seeing your videos, Try. What's going on? Well, it's because you don't have the sub notification bell hit. And go ahead and watch this video right here talking about everything that I am going to encounter in Los Angeles when I get my hands on Path of Exile 2 beside my lovely wife, Halakura.